Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of PlayStation Underground. You got Tim and Kristen here.
Hey.
And we're joined by Thomas Wilson, who is the co-studio head at Beanox and the creative director of Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Welcome, Thomas.
Thank you very much.
So we're taking a first look here at Dragon Mines in Crash Team Racing, which I'm super excited to visit. Tell us a little bit about what we're checking out here today.
Yeah, so Dragon Mines is one of the original tracks from Crash Team Racing. And like all the other tracks, our goal was to sort of reimagine what the track would look like today.
Oh,
So what are some of the biggest differences that folks will be seeing?
Yeah, so it was called Dragon Mines because it's Komodo Joe's track. So it's his home turf. It's a track you'd be racing him on. But at the same time, there are no dragons. To a certain extent, it was a reference to the character. But, we told ourselves, what if there was a mining community would have stumbled upon an old dragon's treasure. So here what you have is, as you can see on the side, is we have like the full community with little houses and carts going around.
I was going to say, it's like this detailed ecosystem happening around you while you're racing.
Yeah,
yes.
It seems like what the power of this version of the game has allowed you to do is it seems like there's just stories to tell within these tracks now that weren't really there before.
Yeah, and really our goal was to animate the world. It was fairly static at the time because of the technological constraints. But when today we can have fun with animating the world. So what you'll see as you're racing, although it's not where you're paying attention first, is that we'll have miners digging at the same time as the music beat. We'll add rats walking around doing funny stuff. To the left here as you're coming by, there's a whack-a-mole just to the left there. And a dragon paying attention to what's going on the track, trying to breathe fire, but he's so old that he's unsuccessful.
Aw, buddy.
So yeah, these are the things that we're doing, and now we can have piles of gold everywhere. Oh, you got crushed there.
My bad.
Yeah.
All right.
And so these are some of the things that we're thinking about when we're redesigning the track. We're not redesigning the layout. The layout is exactly the same grid controls. But what's going on in the world, though, we can have fun with.
That's incredible. So yeah, the muscle memory of shortcuts and different techniques that players that played the original in 1999 had, those are still valid here.
Yes.
But then there's just new set dressing and amazing new things to check out. There's so much to check out that since we have you here, let's hop back in and maybe you can give us a bit of a tour of Dragon Mines.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're back at Dragon Mines here again, and let's sort of take our time. We've gone into time trial, so we've got the whole place to ourselves.
Yes.
And Thomas, would love your developer's insight into just some of the things that people might not notice as they're just whizzing by lap after lap.
Yep. So we're taking this time to give you a quick tour of some of the attentions to detail that we like to put in every track. So first thing you notice is that we've customized every starting gate with the track.
Little animation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in this case, you had at the beginning of the track, you see these bats flying away. And now we have this miner trying to grab the last bat that stayed there.
I guess he just doesn't like bats. That's fine.
And so as you're racing, sometimes you'll see animations evolve over time as you're completing laps.
Nice.
So of course, we filled the caves with gold nuggets and stuff.
And just waterfalls and
yes.
grinding gears.
And so here's an example of what you're seeing. A little bit of
playing
humor here, whack-a-mole, right there, with the moles always hiding at the last minute.
I
And then
love
you
the
have the
two
moles
moles.
kind of watching it.
Yeah.
Poor family.
Yeah, poor family.
I believe in you.
Poor family of moles. And then we have the little Ferris wheel right here, probably working, some kind of mechanism around the mine.
Yeah, hard at work.
Yeah, and
Here's
then our dragon. So dragon here, so we open up the cave area, and he's actually trying to be threatening, right? Trying to breathe fire as the racers are going by, but to no avail. He's too old.
I'm deeply intimidated, buddy. It's a good effort. Good old boy.
And so this is one thing we'll be trying to do. Right here, to your right, you have a rat getting stuck in
Oh no!
in a wooden pole here, and so you have
Very
his
helpful
buddy.
friends,
Yes,
too.
have his buddy
Pulling by his ear.
Amazing.
laughing it off as they're trying to pull him. So this is the kind of humor we're putting. We've added piles of gold in the distance, carts on rails and stuff like that.
Are there any shortcuts we could highlight?
Yes, there's one, but it can be very difficult. You have one right here. So as you see, the carts are sort of rolling by. So I suggest you have a boost to pick that shortcut.
Because there's probably one hot on your
Otherwise,
heels here.
I'm just going to get probably crushed by
and
it as
you
it's
can
coming.
dump out onto
Yeah,
the
there you
track.
go.
Okay.
And so But if you have a boost, you can use that shortcut to your advantage
Okay.
and skip the entire section. But as you can see, it got squished twice. So definitely need to have some kind of boost or Aku Aku mask, I recommend.
Well, that was very selfless act of you to show everybody, and,
Yes.
and Bear getting squished like that.
And so talking about the mining community, that's an example of an area that was empty in the original game. So we really wanted to fill it up with life, right? So now we have like little houses, right, basically located right by the stone pillars.
Where all the miners live on their off time.
And you see them like mining and moving and dancing at the same time as the music goes on. So these are the things. You even have my point there in the background, a little Beanox logo right in the
you
distance.
Sneaky devil.
Yep. So these are things that we do. So, it's the kind of humor and life that we want to add to every track.
It's amazing. It's there's so much going on here to digest. So thanks for walking us through it. We're actually going to jump into another exciting